Good morning, students. Now I am going to teach you the web programming subject. Okay, almost 9 chapters are there in this subject. So the first chapter is fundamentals of web. In this chapter, we are going to study about the basic concepts of the web. Okay, just like internet, web browser, web server, internet protocol address, domain names, like this, all fundamentals we are going to study from this chapter. While teaching the concepts, I will tell you which is the most important topics for your examination point of view and all. Okay, coming to the beginning. So, coming to the introduction part of this chapter, in the introduction part, just we are going to study about what is an internet and what is the history of internet. Okay, internet definition is important and the history of internet you have to remember. Sometimes they may ask in the exam or sometimes they may not ask in the exam. It's not so important, but you try to remember how this internet came into existence. Okay, here in the history of internet, I have divided this history into 3 parts. One is the purpose of the internet and the origin of the internet, and third one is the evaluation of the internet. Coming to first, before I go up with the history, let me define what is an internet. There are so many technical definitions for the internet. Okay, you can remember any one and you can write in the exams. Okay, any one technical definition. One definition I have given here. So, we can tell internet as the global network of networks, or we can define it as the global collection of interconnected networked computers. So, any definition you can write, but important, the definition. We know that internet is a common word what we are using in our day-to-day life, right? That's why everybody should be aware of the definition and the meaning of the internet. Okay, done. Now coming to the history of the internet. First, let me tell what is the purpose of introducing this internet. Okay. So we know that in 1950s, computers were very rare. At that time, there are no so much of technological advancements, nothing during the World War II and all. At the time, the government activities were also at the base of the development of the internet. Okay, so after the 3 decades ago, the RAND Corporation also struggled with the possible ways for all the US authorities to successfully communicate after the nuclear war and all. This all made this internet, purpose of the internet. Okay. And we know that ARPA, so the full form of ARPA is Advanced Research Program Agency. Okay, this ARPA was responsible for the launch of Sputnik in the year 1957. Again in the year 1958, when NASA was created, ARPA's main focus was on the computer science and the information processing. So, the main goal of this ARPA was to connect the mainframe computers at different universities to each other and to have the communication between them by using a common language and the protocol. In this way, the purpose of the internet came into existence. Now, coming to the origin of the internet. So, coming to origin, we know that J.C.R. Littleader, okay, it is the name of the person. He was made as the head of the computer research program. Okay, and the program was DARPA. Okay, so the full form of DARPA was Defense Advanced Research Program Agency. This DARPA was launched by US Department of Defense. Okay, so in 1969, okay, this US Defense Department has funded one project. That project was known as ARPANET. So this after the introduction of this ARPANET, 10 years of research they have done in the ARPANET, and after 10 years they bought the concept of LAN and workstations. So workstations, yes, so workstations, and these are the computers which are connected to ARPANET, and the computers which are connected to this ARPANET, they started communicating with each other. This communication was done with the help of the protocol known as NCP, that is National Control Protocol. So students, they may ask you, okay, which is the first protocol they have introduced? Okay, so that is National Control Protocol. After this, TCP/IP protocol was brought into the networking world. So TCP/IP means Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. Okay, it is like a suite. Okay, there are different types of protocols which are included in this TCP/IP suite. And this Internet Protocol will be handling the dispatch of all the packets that are going to be transferred in the Internet. So this ARPANET only has become a massive network of networks, and later it was known as Internet. In this way, the Internet was originated. Next, coming to evaluation of the Internet. So any doubts, students, in the in the origin and the purpose of the Internet? Yes. Okay, next I'll go up with the evaluation of the Internet. Okay, so in the year 1971, there were only 15 nodes in this ARPANET. Only they have started this network with 15 nodes. Again in the 1972, this 15 nodes has increased to 37 nodes. Okay, in 1972, in the month of October, this ARPANET was made as public for the people at the International Computer Communication Conference. Already we are using these emails. You have heard about the hotmails, all these things. All this were introduced during this period. Next, by early 1990s, it became possible for the people to post the information in the internet sites. Okay, this was made possible with the help of the Gopher. So Gopher was the first method which is used for this purpose. Again in 1994, a web came into existence, and even this web also started supporting the multimedia concept. That is, it not only supported the text information, even we can post the pictures, images, sounds, audios, videos, movies, etc. So this is the history of Internet. Okay, students? Done. So try to remember the definition of the Internet. Don't forget it. Yeah. Next, coming to Internet Protocol Address. Very important question for the examination point of view. Surely they will ask you either in the short answer question or in the big question. Okay. Now, let us see what is this IP address, how it looks like. Okay. and what is the purpose of this IP address. Okay, so we know that there are millions of systems or the machines which are connected to the internet, right? So, and each machine has to get identified, right? Yes, see, just like for the students, we'll give the register numbers. Why means name. The name of the student can be repeated. Two students can have the same name, even along including the initials also. But register number cannot be the same. So we can easily identify the student with the register number. In the same way here also, whichever the machine that is connected on the internet will be having one unique identification number. That unique identification number is called the IP address. Okay, and the IP address will look like this. See, this is the example I have given for the IP address. If you observe this IP address, it will be having 4 parts. See, this is one part, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll call it as an octet. Okay, and each part can be represented with 8-bit numbers. So 4 8s are 32. Total 32-bit number it is. So, and whatever the numbers I have used in this will be ranging from 0 to 25. So we can't give the number more than 255. So 0 to 255 is the range of the numbers that are used in the IP address. And also we know that there are certain values which are restricted from the use in the IP address. For example, I have given here, okay, 0.0.0.0 like this. Means if all the 4 octet values is 0, then it is reserved for the default network. In the same way, if all the 4 octet values is specified with 255 like that, then it will be used for broadcasting purpose. That's why. So the restricted numbers, what I have shown example like this, cannot be used for the machines, ordinary machines which are connected on the internet. Okay, so this is about your IP address. Okay, very important question. And also we can tell that the internet protocol is nothing but a language through which the computers communicate over the internet. Okay, so these are the language, okay, or the rules through which the computers communicate. Okay, so this is about your internet protocol address. So if it is of a 2 marks question, write the definition and just give any one example, 1 or 2 examples like this. Okay, and if it is of a big question, then you have to write the definition, the format, and what does this each part, okay, how it is represented, how many bits are there, and also what are the restricted values like this. Whatever I have given here on the screen has to be mentioned in the paper. Okay, this is about your IP address. Okay, students. Okay, today we have studied this internet history and also the IP address. Okay, so next we'll continue with domains and subdomains. Okay, students, done.